In this video, we're going to talk about the Necrons Beginner Guide. It's going to be everything that a beginner needs to know to get a Necron army started.
Now, chances are, if you've just started playing Warhammer 40,000, you've got Necrons, you've probably got yourself the Command Edition of the Warhammer 40,000 box, which is the starter set. And this edition comes with 10 warriors, it comes with an Overlord, and it comes with some Scorpec destroyers. One of the best ways to boost this is to actually buy the Recruit Edition, which is the very, very cheap beginner set of Warhammer 40,000. What's great is if you've already got the Recruit Edition, you can just buy the Command Edition. Either way, these two box sets go together incredibly well because you will end up with 20 warriors, the Royal Warden, and the Overlord. These models are what I call the base of any good Necron army. Warriors are allowed to go up to a squad of 20, and the best thing about the Warriors is they reanimate on a 5-up and they reroll 1s, which gives you a very good chance of coming back to life. The problem with Warriors is they're good at shooting and not good at close combat, which is where the Royal Warden comes in. The Royal Warden will allow your Necron Warriors to leave combat and still shoot. The Overlord gives the Necron Warriors +1 to shoot and can have a Resurrection Orb, which can bring them back even if they've started dying later on in the game. Basically, once per game, you can make a roll to try and bring back the whole army. What's great about these two characters is you can sit them in the middle of the squad of 20 Necron Warriors and they can't be targeted as long as the Necrons are alive. So now, the Royal Warden and the Overlord can't get into close combat because they're surrounded by warriors, and the warriors can always leave close combat and keep shooting because of the Royal Warden. They get +1 to hit because of the Overlord, and if you take the short range guns, they've got a strength of 5, AP -2, which is going to completely destroy anything with 40 shots, and they're going to keep coming back to life. This is the base of any good Necron army. To make this even more dangerous, we want to focus on adding a few extra units. You can add a Ghost Arc, which is going to enable you to bring back a number of warriors every single turn beyond the ones that just come back from reanimate. And you can add stratagems to bring back even more. So it'll be D3 and maybe even 2D3 or 1D6 if you use the stratagem from the Ghost Arc. And the Ghost Arc gives some serious firepower. Now, the Ghost Arc isn't going to be able to carry the warriors because there's going to be too many of them, but actually I wouldn't use it for that. I would just use it to stay nearby and keep bringing them back from the dead, and of course keep adding the firepower. Next, I'd be adding the Locust Destroyers and the Destroyers, which gives you some long-range firepower, and then I would be taking squads of Tomb Blades. Your Tomb Blades, I'd be maximizing them out and taking their Gorse guns, which have mass firepower that's really good at cutting down Space Marines. This army is a very strong army, but is still missing a couple of pieces to complete a battalion detachment, which is what you want to be moving towards. An easy way to fix that is a pair of boxes of Immortals, which come in squads of 5. 2 squads of 5 Immortals will complete out your triple troop choice, which is needed for the army. So essentially, the only thing I need to buy in order to boost this is the Recruit Edition and the Command Edition of the game. What's great is I can potentially trade out the Space Marine sections with other people to give me money to purchase the other models that I need. I've got all the characters I need. I need to get a Ghost Arc Transporter, which is one of the cheaper vehicles that exist, so financially doesn't cost you too much, and then just some Destroyers and Tomb Blades based on however many you want to add. So it's actually a pretty cost-effective build, and yet that warrior unit is going to be able to leave combat and shoot, move all over the board. You can even add the artifact or the relic, the Veil of Darkness, which will let you teleport that unit all over the board, and then a couple of squads of Immortals will give you some long-range firepower and fulfill the detachment. And then, of course, you can add your Tomb Blades and Destroyers for some extra firepower. This will be a very strong Necron army. You're going to find it very versatile. And, of course, you've still got those Scorpec Destroyers you can use for any close combat as necessary. And I think you'll find that this is a really good beginner army to play with that's going to give a lot of opponents some serious trouble, especially when it comes to trying to move in those warriors. Now, if you want to learn some advanced tactics with the Necrons, you might be interested in looking in the description of this video where you'll see a link to our 4 pillars of army design, which is a guide we use to teach people how to design armies and how to think about different ways to build and design the armies for games of Warhammer 40,000. So go there and check out that link, and thanks for watching the video.